back to my channel. Slightly different setting than some of my normal other videos, but if you've been following me on my social media, you'll know that over the course of lockdown I have been setting up my own home salon, and it has been a whirlwind of a time, lots of stress, lots of tears, but overall so much joy, and just I'm so proud. So I'm in there now. This is where I'm filming from, and by the time this video goes up I'd have been in here for around 2 weeks, I think, but I love it. So I decided that I'd document the whole process for a couple of reasons. One, it's a bit like a really exciting time for me, and I wanted to share that with you guys. Two, when I first started looking at getting a home salon, I had no idea where to start at all. Like, I couldn't find anything really. I joined lots of amazing Facebook groups that were really useful in coming up with like ideas and sharing their own advice and things that had happened for them. But I really wanted to see actually the process involved, and I thought that if I was struggling to find that, then somebody else would be as well. So I thought it was a great idea to film it all so other people can also see, you know, where to get started or how to combat some of the challenges. My partner has done pretty much all of the hard work here, and we are by no means professional cabin builders or anything like that. He is a trained electrician, so he has an idea of how to do some things, but everything else we've done ourselves, and you know, we've done it all on a budget. So I just want to show you that it is possible, and that, you know, with determination and having a dream, you can do it. I'm so thrilled with how it's turned out. Like, it's come out better than I could have ever hoped for. So without further ado, I'm going to just dive right into the video. I apologise for the fact that there are so many different clips, but I just wanted to show all of it just so you could see, you know, some of the challenges, the highs and lows of things. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll do my very best to answer them in the comment section below. But yeah, enjoy! Okay, so this is what it's looking like so far. I have a 10 by 8 log cabin coming, but my partner has dug the base slightly bigger, just so it means I have like a slight edge around the outside. And I thought I'd show you one of the little hauls I did. I've gone with this colour here. It's just like one of the B&Q own ones, and it's called Salon, which I am pairing with Ronseal's elderflower to go around the door and the windows. I think that's going to look quite nice with the blue. So I've got 2 tins of the shed colour. Then we bought a preserver. So we've got the Ronseal Total Clear Wood Preserver, and this is like 30 quid, but we got it in clear, and I'm going to go over the shed in this. I need to do about 2 or 3 coats, I think. Well, some waterproof adhesive just to go over any gaps, because there were a few gaps in the lock. Please excuse the mess on the table. We bought a new lock because it doesn't have one. The decent one's just got that lock. Go with my lovely handles. I wanted something that was a bit different. I love this style, so we've got that, and I think all together with the colours of it is going to look really nice. tile roof flooring is to lift it up off the floor, which will help prevent any rotting or anything. Okay, so since last update where you just saw the fact that it was like just a shell inside, we have started putting the battens on and getting the bits ready for the electrics. So what we have done is we've added these wooden posts all the way along the cabin. They're going to go on the ceiling as well, and then they will also go on these back walls. But where one of the issue is we've run out of wood, so we have to go and buy more of these. Now we've just been picking these up from B&Q, and you get them in a pack of 8 for about 20 odd quid. The cables and insulation is going on top in this gap, and then we're going to have like plasterboard or something going across the front to cover it all up. But what we did is we marked out where I want my plugs. So I'm having 2 double plugs on this side. So I've got one here and one here. And then we have also marked on the ceiling where we want lights. So I'm getting down lights, which, in case you don't know what they are, they're kind of like the spotlights, the ones that are like built into your ceiling. So I've got one here and one up here. And then I have 2 lots of double plugs where my nail desk is going to be. We have a light here, and we're also going to have a light up here. And I'm also having a single plug down here. quickly wanted to jump on and show everyone what it was looking like before my battery dies. We are completely plasterboarded up. So if I start from the front here, we have started to fill in these bits. We've kind of gone up to some of the ceiling. So we started filling the ceiling bits. As you can see, it just looks like it's just spreaded dots around. But if we come around, obviously you can see where we filled in some more of the bigger holes, filling in any little holes. Smoothing out the joins because we're not plastering over this, we're just going to sand it and then paint directly on top. And we have done the same up here. So obviously these will need another coat to go over it just to kind of lock them in, but we are going down all of the seams of everything, so hopefully it shouldn't take us too much longer to do. Smile, Dad. So guys, here we are, the finished result. There is still a couple of little bits that need doing, like the wood here needs painting, but I've got my sign, and that is from the brand Stylist on Instagram. So I really hope you guys liked it. I'm sorry that this is a slightly longer video than normal, but I just wanted to get as much in as I possibly could. So now you've seen a lot of the process and the things that we've done, I just thought I'd go over some of the other bits of information that you might like to know, where we got it from and all of those types of bits. So my cabin cost me, together it was £1,480, give or take. That is including having it delivered. So I bought my cabin from Billy O, and I think I've got the Billy O Carmen. We'll leave a link in the description box though to the exact one that I have got. I paid for having my tongue and groove flooring on top, which was an extra £200. You don't have to get that, you could do it yourself. However, I wasn't really sure what to expect. I did pay for it, and then it was £200 delivery on top. So without the flooring, you'd be looking at like £1,000 maybe, and then your delivery. I'm in the southwest, so like I said, it was £200 delivery to get to me. There were a couple of issues that we had in terms of leaks and things like that, so I will pop like a little thing on the screen here so you can see that we actually had a leak through our doors or the door and the window just as we were putting the finishing touches on the cabin. I was in complete panic mode. Like thankfully I hadn't put my floor down yet. But it was just not what we needed. So to combat that, my dad's a picture framer, so he's with glass and stuff all the time, and my dad actually replaced the plastic, because it was like a PVC, like plasticky type thing, in the windows and doors, and he replaced that with glass. So there will be like a clip it up here somewhere where you can actually see him putting the glass in and then putting the panels across. Because it was slightly thicker, the glass, and the plastic, and sturdier, it actually has tied everything in together. And since that's been put in, we've had rain and there has been no leaks whatsoever. However, we have gone around everything with silicone as well. I just don't have the video for that. Just to kind of double seal everything in. You get what you pay for with these things. Obviously, if you were to spend 10 grand on a cabin, the quality of it would be better, but I didn't have that kind of money to spare. So we've gone around with silicone and filled in like any holes and things, which is just sealing everything up perfectly. And then obviously did like wood treatment and stuff on top to preserve all of that. I had a couple of issues with my flooring. So like I said, I had the tongue and groove flooring actually that came with the cabin, and I knew that I wanted something on top of that. I did initially want to have laminate because I know that it is a lot harder wearing, you know, more durable, and it can look nicer as well. But actually pricing it up, I just didn't have the money to be able to get it all. I was looking at, you know, nearly £150 for my flooring. And again, I know I said you get what you pay for. However, £150, it was just not there to spare. So what we did was we actually bought some like MDF like plywood from B&Q, and pretty much everything we've got for the cabin has come from B&Q. But we got that, and what we did was we laid that on top of the tongue and groove floor, just so it was a completely smooth surface. It was slightly thicker as well, so there was a bit more you know, like not padding, but there was like that extra layer. We filled in like the little joints between them, sanded them down, and then we bought vinyl. Now my vinyl only cost me £48 from B&Q, and I'm really quite surprised at how nice it does look. Like I've had people in and they've gone, oh my god, like this looks like real wood flooring, and it hasn't been, which has been brilliant. I did buy like Scotia trim as well to go around it, just so it looked nice and tidy. Then what I did was I knew that I wanted to have a sink in my cabin, and obviously, you know, COVID guideline, or COVID that's come about, and guidelines of the beauty community has been that you have to have, you know, you either have to use lots of hand sanitizer to sterilise things, but you know, everyone knows that the best way to do that is by hand washing. So I actually went and got a sink. I couldn't get anything like plumbed into the mains, that just wasn't an option for me. However, there was a lovely lady in one of the shed groups that I'm in on Facebook that has found a way to do it without that. So it's basically just a tap that has a heating element in it, and again I will leave links to all of this in the description box below. You then buy a pump that goes into like one container of water, and then you have a waste pipe that takes the water that you've used from like the basin itself. That then travels through to another jug, and that is literally how I've got my sink to work. There will be a clip somewhere just so you can kind of see a bit more of a breakdown of, you know, what it looks like. And that cost me around £150 to do. Altogether, like for the build, the build itself has probably cost me just over £2,000, and then obviously my nail desk, my shelves, and like the sink and things on top obviously add more money. So I'm looking at probably around £2,500 to do the whole thing. That includes all of my lighting and everything else. And like I said, pretty much all of the products came from B&Q. He's an electrician, so he went and got all of the electrical stuff from the wholesalers. My desk and my shelves and things, they came from IKEA, because I'm IKEA mad. There is still work that has got to be done, like we're not completely ready. I have just like small little things to do, like I have to go around my doors and my windows with some trim just to tidy it up a little bit and just make it look a little bit more professional. When you're just looking at it, you can't see those things, but me being the picky person I am, just wants to go over a few of those things and just tidy things up a bit more. I think that's kind of everything. Like I said, I probably spent about £2,500 getting everything ready, but you know what? It has been the best money that I've spent. I don't do nails full time. I have another job. Kind of my hobby and my passion. Like I get so much joy just coming out here now, sitting out here doing nails and just having fun. Like I spend pretty much every free minute out here if I can, and it's just like it's my happy space. So I'm really pleased with how it's come out. I really hope that you guys have liked this video. Please let me know what you think about it in the comments section. If you have any questions as well, and I'll do my very best to answer those. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.